Morning, y'all. July 22nd, 2023. Saturday run. And I don't think it's going to be a long run today. We didn't have a good night last night. Just got some, not bad stuff, but some family stuff going on. And didn't get much sleep last night, but had several phone calls throughout the night. Nothing major, but just enough, to put a worry in you. Apparently my in-laws, they live in Riverside, and my niece and my in-laws live together, and her husband contacted COVID, and then apparently he didn't know, but I'm not sure all the details, but anyway, he contacted COVID, and then he came home, gave it to Tina. Tina has COVID, and then Grandpa, my wife's dad, which is 86 years old, has COVID too. Started with a sore throat, and apparently last night he's struggling throughout the night, and Tina usually calls my wife and gives her updates and and so forth, make sure. But anyway, she must have called 4 or 5 times, which we expected, and we welcome that because we don't want her to, we want to be supportive, make sure that she's taking on this duty of taking care of the grandparents, all this for her lifetime. So I just want to make sure that she's supported. But apparently, Grandma called Eileen's brother, which is their son, and he drove out to Riverside. He lives out in Wilmington, I believe. Yeah, in Wilmington, and he drove all the way to Riverside to take him to the hospital. Tina was gonna take him, but she couldn't go in with him because she has COVID. It's just one of those unfortunate situations. Anyway, he ended up taking him, and then I guess they gave him something. I wasn't sure. I was in and out, sleeping, trying to sleep, calls, and they gave him something, but apparently he can't take that because he's on blood thinners or something. I'm not sure. I think I was half asleep. You know how it is when you're listening in, when you're not listening in, but you're listening to a conversation when you're half asleep. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, so didn't get much sleep. Feel a little run down, a little tired right now. But we'll see. Sometimes feel better after a workout. During a workout. But it just feels like I haven't got sufficient sleep. So I still at least want to get it in. Minimum, get at least 5 miles in. And then today I got an appointment in LA at the convention center. So I'm also gonna do a lot of walking. And maybe when I come home, I'm gonna work on the cabinet. I got everything now. The brackets for the shelf came yesterday afternoon, and then it was too hot. It was too hot in the garage to come out here and work. It wasn't hot like all day. It was nice and breezy, and then at the end of the day, the breeze stopped and it got really hot. So it was too hot to come in here and work. Anyway, by choice. But anyway, I'm gonna knock this out, and then see how I feel, and if I feel like going a little bit more, then we'll do it. But if not, I'm gonna go at least for a minimum of 5. All right. So I'll check you guys out later. I'll come back at the end. Talk to you later. Bye. All right, y'all. I finished. I'm going to. I went to 6.5. So legs feel a little tired just because I didn't sleep well. All I need is like a solid 5 hours of sleep, and I'm good. If I get 6 or 7, then I'm really, really good. But anyway, I did feel better as I progressed. But I got some stuff I gotta do. I gotta go jump in the shower and stuff. All right. So anyway, got a 6.5 miles, and feel good. Really sweaty. Feel the humidity a little bit. So I'm ready to go. I'm gonna head out, take a shower, and then I'll eat the breakfast, and then I'm gonna head out to LA. I'm not a big fan of going to LA, but I'm going here on the the southwest corner where the convention center's at, so it shouldn't be too bad. I hate going into downtown LA. That's where it's really, really busy. But anyway, I'm gonna go knock that out. And then also I forgot to mention that yesterday I had to work on my truck. I changed the oil. I did an oil change, filter and oil change the other day, and I've been having problems with this. Apparently I didn't know that some Hondas, I don't know how many of them, but I know the one I have and many more come with an aluminum oil pan. So if you don't put the right torque on the oil plug, you're gonna strip it. Then you got yourself in a little bind. And hopefully when you take your vehicles to an oil change, they're aware of that too, because it there's very minimal fixes, and a lot of the fixes are temporary unless you change your oil pan, then you start all over. So I think my oil pan, so when I changed it first time about 4 months ago, it tightened. It didn't tighten real well. It didn't feel like it tightened real well, and I let it go. And then I had a drip. Kept putting cardboards and things underneath my car. So I didn't want to lose the oil change. So I lived with it for about 3-4 months. Anyway, so this past week, I thought, okay, it's time to fix that. So I went and bought another plug. And I thought maybe the plug that was in there was not good. I didn't know about the aluminum pan yet. Anyway, so I did the oil change. I put the new plug with the new gasket. I think they're silicone or something like that. I don't remember. It's a reddish looking plug gasket. And after I put the oil in it, same result. This time it was leaking a little bit more. I'm like, dang. So I'm like, I can't live with that anymore. So I looked around. Hold on a second. So I looked around YouTube and everything, and they got a couple of temporary fixes, a time insert, and maybe buying a longer bolt, because there is a lot of thread on that hole. So every time I pulled the plug out, I noticed that there's thread on there. So I'm losing thread, right? Aluminum. Okay. So I went to O'Reilly's and I bought a different plug because I wanted to use the ring type, the O-ring type gasket. I felt that worked better. And so I did. I bought it $5. So yesterday I came home, took the front right side tire off so I could get to it, work on it, see it, have better view. And I did. I drained it out completely, let it drain for about an hour. My wife and I went and got the new plug, and then we picked up lunch. Came back, ate the lunch, and then I went out there, and it was pretty well drained. I saved the oil, I cleaned the pan and everything, and then I used a paint filter to put it back in so I wouldn't lose it. $7 a quart. Times 5, that's $35. You just don't throw that kind of money away. At least I won't. Anyway, so this time I thought, okay, I'm gonna put Teflon tape, but I'm only gonna put it on the neck, on the closest to the head. And then I also had the O-ring gasket that it came with. Put it on there, and I have success. I carefully tighten it. I try not to over tighten, because when you over tighten, you feel that slip, and then it starts turning again. So try to avoid that. But anyway, so far I have success. Put a piece of cardboard on there, and all night I think I got I think it just might be oil that is not coming from the oil pan that I could live with. But typically I would have a nice dark brown spot, from a couple drops throughout the night. So I'm feeling really good about it. So we'll see. I think it's still too early to claim success, but anyway, that was my task for yesterday. Besides, I mowed the lawn, and I tried to do it early because I thought it was going to be really hot, and luckily I did, but it didn't get real hot. But man, at 2-3 o'clock, the wind stopped blowing. Man, it got so hot in the afternoon. As a matter of fact, when I was finishing up the car, I could feel the sun burning. I had to put my straw hat on to protect any sun burning on this old neck, But anyway, got it done. So anyway, we're all done for today. This is it. Checking out the gravy.